On this episode of Torino Time, I get filthy as I try to beat the heat and the rain as I replace the transmission gasket on my 1971 Ford Torino 500. This is a mess. Alright guys, yes, I am finally replacing the transmission gasket on my 1971 Ford Torino 500, and I don't think I'm going to beat the heat because it is hot. Now, this transmission gasket needs to be replaced. There's always been a leak in this transmission, but at one point I had to drive it 5 days straight while my primary car was in the shop, and that really did a number on that gasket, and it is leaking like crazy. It won't even go into gear now, so I definitely have to replace that. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different on this video. Normally I just do stuff and you guys watch, but I'm actually going to try to do a little bit of a how-to video. So this 1971 Ford has a standard C4 transmission. You find that in a lot of Ford vehicles. So this will be a step-by-step guide exactly on how to replace the transmission gasket and filter in a C4, but the basic principle of doing this applies to many transmissions, just different shapes and different sizes. Simple as that. So what you're gonna need for this is only a couple tools. You're gonna need a ratchet, a couple different sockets, some brake clean if you want to actually clean the pan, because mine's pretty gross. And of course, you're gonna need your gasket and your filter. Oh, and along with a screwdriver or some kind of pry bar to pry the pan off. Now, it's ideal to have your vehicle on the lift when you do this. I don't have one, so I'm gonna use jack stands. Not ideal, but it'll work. So let's get to it. This is gonna get messy, so I'm gonna use eye protection and gloves for this, but let's get to it because I don't want it to rain, so let's do it. All right, now that I got the car up on jack stands, let's get underneath and start getting to work. Now, word of warning, please be careful anytime you're using jack stands on a car. You shouldn't work underneath a car when it's on jack stands unless you really don't have any other choice. Always make sure your jack stands are on flat, level, solid ground, and just be very careful. All right, guys, first things first. It's gonna be tough for me to film this because I really can't see much of what I'm doing. Hey, the transmission, I could literally see it just dripping. That sucks. So it's a little tight under here. I really can't see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna do my best to tell you what I'm doing and show you the best I can. So first steps first, make sure your drip pan is under, gosh, I can't see a thing. So start by loosening these bolts. Your one here, oh, this is missing a bolt. Well, that could be a reason why it's leaking. It's missing a freaking bolt. Am I missing any other bolts? Right, so anyway, here we go. Bolt loosening time. Shit. Okay. Wow, these aren't tight at all. Perhaps just tightening it down could have helped. Try not to lose these like somebody else has. Don't grip on my arm. Don't stop gripping on my arm. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, you're dripping, stop dripping on me. Drip, stop. Oh my God, I'm getting fluid all up in me. Not up in me, up on me. Oh, this is gritty. Very gritty. My arm is getting tired. All right, so now that the side bolts are out, I'm going to loosen, I destroyed this ratchet. I'm gonna loosen the one back bolt I have left. Okay, and by loosen, I meant I was gonna take it out completely, because what I'm gonna do is loosen the front bolts, pry it down backwards, and let the fluid leak into the pan. As you can see, there, oh, there we go, there we go. There we go, it's dripping. It's dripping. Maybe I can get it going without loosening the front one. Nice. Oh, it's leaking down the screwdriver. Oh. Loosen this baby. Where is she? Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Okay, now this is gonna wanna fall. So I'm gonna loosen these bolts a little bit more, still not completely all the way. This is the money shot right here. I've grown impatient. Okay, oh. Okay, drop the bolt in there. Drop the bolt. Okay, last bolt. Dripping on me, it's dripping on me. And here comes the pan. Now I'm probably gonna have to get a razor blade to remove all this old material that's left over. You don't want any old material left from your previous gasket because that is not gonna give you a good seal. All right, so after you've gotten the pan out and you've dried that off or cleaned that up, now you want to move on to removing the filter, especially if you have another filter. All right, loosen all these up. And then the last bolt is going to be your 7/16 socket. I'm sure this is very exciting for you. Oh my God, there's a whole line of zip ties underneath this car. Oh, okay. All right, now move on to our 7/16 to get that last bolt out. Oh, and there goes the spring. Come on. This is tough. I just want to drop my ratchet into my drip pan, which I have a feeling I'm going to do. There, All right, so now that you have your filter out, check it for any metal fragments or anything out of the ordinary. This filter actually looks pretty clean, but since we got a new one, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. The kit that I got comes with a gasket for the filter. This filter doesn't seem to have a gasket, so I don't know if that's necessary or not, but we'll see. All right, now that we got that mess out of the way and we got all the old stuff out, it's time to put the new stuff in. All right, let's get to this. Let's start with the filter and the filter gasket, if I even decide to put that in, because there wasn't one to begin with. And then we'll do the filter, the transmission gasket itself, tighten everything up and we'll be good to go, except for that one bolt I don't have, but whatever. That's not where it's supposed to be. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay. Get it going. Let me get another one of these bolts going over here. Oh, I'm shaking. Oh, this is awkward. This is just an awkward position to keep my arm in. All right, now we tighten them down. Again, not super tight, just tight enough they don't fall into your leaky transmission pan. All right, so now we install the pan itself with the gasket on it. Clean my tools. I cleaned all the bolts, minus one because I'm missing one. And let's put it back on. We're gonna do it in the same star pattern. All right. So put this bad boy back up here. Get it finger tight for now. Put these rear bolts in. These mosquitoes suck. I don't need this anymore. Why is this even here? How's it going? Hello, drive shaft. How are you? Where are you going? Oh, one of the two holes on this side. I dropped it in there again. Damn it. Get out of the way. The leak is fixed. There's no transmission fluid left in the damn freaking car. Ugh. Back again. Rip the new glove. Don't care. Are you... Where did that son of a bitch go? behind me. This is fun. Let's fill it with some transmission fluid and see if it leaks. All right, so I've got about 6.5 quarts of this Type F transmission fluid. Hopefully that's enough, and hopefully it doesn't leak, even with that one bolt missing. One bolt shouldn't do too much. What did I do with the funnel? First quart. Really? All right, so I'm gonna start her up. Since I think I put too much fluid in, probably a lot too much. When I do start it up, I do expect some to vent, especially when the engine gets up to operating temperature, and so does the transmission, but let's see just how much it vents. All right, let's check. So it's not exactly between the arrows, so I'm gonna add a little bit more now. All right, we're gonna do a real quick test just to see if she goes in gear. She does go in gear. She does back up. Look at that. All right, guys. She seems to be running okay. She went into gear. I don't see anything else leaking, so I'm gonna call that a success. I just need to get one more bolt. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean everything up. I'm gonna go for a ride just to make sure that she's running well. I may record it, I may not. So either way, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want to see more information about stuff like this, a full write-up, whatnot, make sure you turn that ignition on the subscribe button. Don't forget, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, all that stuff for some exclusive content and to find out what's gonna be happening next on the Random Automotive and on Torino Time. Hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.